welcome back to the second video in our series. So in the first video we covered how to access the ACE Reports application from the ACE portal. If you haven't seen that video yet, it's pretty important, so I'd recommend going back and viewing that. But if you were able to make it in successfully, let's go ahead and get started setting some default preferences. So on the top right hand corner over here, it's a little bit inconspicuous, but it's a link for Preferences. And if we click that, it's going to bring up the Preferences menu for us to change some default settings. Now to keep these videos concise, we're only going to look at two of the tabs on the left-hand side here. The first one of those is General, and you can see right now that I'm currently on it. So the first option up top, Use Default Settings Administrator Defined, is probably already going to be checked for you. But we can go ahead and uncheck that, and by doing so we can actually change the home page to something else. So if I wanted to change my home page to a canned report, or a canned document, or even a canned workspace, I'm able to do that. So to do so, if I go down here and select this Browse Home tab button, it's going to pop up a menu that shows the Business Objects Document Explorer. And from here I can either access private reports in the My Documents tab, or I can access shared reports in the Public Folders tab. But we'll cover that later, so let's go ahead and close out of here for now. Back at the Preferences menu, the second option for Documents tab, if you select that, it's actually going to set this Documents tab up here in the top ribbon as our home page. And the Documents tab is going to contain your personal reports as well as public shared reports. But we'll save that for a later video. So for now, let's go ahead and change it back to the Home tab and leave the new landing page as our default home page. So if we direct our attention back to the options to the left, we're going to go to the fifth one down and select Web Intelligence. Now Web Intelligence is the application that I would say is used about 98% of the time whenever we're dealing with ACE reports. And there's two sections primarily that I really want to direct your attention to. And those are going to be the View and the Modify settings. If you look at my options, you'll see that I have HTML set for both the View and Modify settings, but it is possible that your settings might actually be set to Applet currently. Now Applet is short for Java Applet, and you'll see in parentheses next to it, it says Download Required. And since different computers use different versions of Java, we personally recommend that users select HTML as opposed to Applet to limit the amount of possible variables that we have to deal with when troubleshooting issues. Okay, so once we've finished making our decisions, go down here to the bottom right hand corner and select Save and Close. And once we do that, we'll get a message on the next screen saying that the changes for our preferences will take effect once we reload the page. Let's go ahead and select OK. And then after that, let's go ahead to our web browser and give the page a quick refresh. Now there won't be any immediate aesthetic changes that you're going to notice once you reload the page, but rest assured these changes have taken effect. And that's going to be it for the second video. In the third video, we're going to cover this new landing page, and we'll speak to the various sections contained within it.